Let's fight! Good to have each and every one of you here with us, guys. We know you had to have your fix. Throughout tonight, let's fight. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. You gotta get your political fix. We are here with you. Absence, they tell us, makes the heart grow fonder. Absence, they tell us, makes the heart grow fonder. Did your hearts grow fonder, good folks? We hope so. It's great to be here with each and every one of you. Let us know how you're doing. Bantu King, we see you here. Good to have you here, Roderick Henry and Yolanda, David Ivor Hamilton, Ruslinda, good to have you, Ruslinda Junior Amateur, Ruslinda Jordan, good to have you. Harriet Hall, ring the bell one time for Harriet. Making up for last time. We got lots of ground to cover, folks. Good to have each and every one of you here with us. Wherever you all are joining us from, welcome in the ring, share the damn light. Smash that emoji button as well, good folks, and let me go down the road. Whatever time we have taken, we shall return saying, share the life, don't make us beg. Come, let me go down the road, folks. Smash that emoji button. You know how it goes. Whatever time we have taken, folks, it shall be returned. It shall be returned. Share the life, smash that emoji button. How you all doing out there? Good folks, it's Friday night, final night for the week. Final show for the week. We know you guys had to have your fix. We couldn't close the week without coming in and saying, hello, pace and power. Wherever you folks are joining us from, welcome in the ring. Welcome. Good night, Princess Kimberly, Dan Grimsandi, Angela Jordan. Angela, how are you doing? Say hello to the hobby for us. Good to have each and every one of you there. Good to see you. Is it Van Slide? Brenda Bailey, good evening to you. How you all folks doing out there? The other spectator, you come back. Fires on the PPP, folks. Fires on the PPP. The other spectators making money from the trolling and then it's going sabbatical. But good to have you here. Good to see you. Rockstar Dustin Jacobs. Ringing the bell, folks. Face and power there, Angela Jordan, good to see you. Great to have you here with us, folks. You know what you gotta do. Share the live, smash that emoji button. Good folks. Yannick and I see Roderick is here as well. Debbie Collins, great to see you, folks. All apologies. You make it up to us, we make it up to you, and we go down the road, folks. We go down the road. Good to have all of you here. Glycis Mingo Burns, Cecilia Clark, Pretty Milicia, Erwin Dow, Renal Warrell, Beatrice Selby. Beatrice says she's here. Ring the bell one time for Beatrice. The regulars, folks. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button. You know, I got both salute, you know. I like this crisp one. And then, right at home, folks. Good to have you, Carol Elliott and Gisela Rayman. Folks, share the live, man. Oh, somebody hold my shut now, please. Anybody, hold my shut, man. Hold my shut. Folks, in the big end, it's good to see you. Elmore George, great to see you as well. Folks, we got to welcome to the Trench Capos, the Tacpoles, and the Cricketers. We got to welcome them as well. You know, they make the show lively. The Guyana spectators of this world. Yeah, they make the program what it is. The Trench Capos, the Jagabats, the Tacpoles, and the Cricketers. The Hittites, the Philistines, the Sadducees, and the Pharisees. Yep. The Nakamakamites, same set too. Same set, folks. We are happy that you guys are here with us. We got the World Animal Farm come. We got to talk about some animals tonight as well. I see some folks like Dunshire. Y'all be like them, man. Some folks with Dunshire. How y'all doing? Charles Nelson, Sheila Hazel, Jotsma. Good to have you, Jotsma Moore, and all the other Sasha Trim, and so many of you, Roderick, Bernard. Great to have you, folks. My sleeves are becoming undone. My God. My sleeves are becoming undone. I'm not proper, folks. See you. Sasha Trim, Seaboard George. Great to see each and every one of you. Mona Moses, Joy Lincoln. We're fired up, folks, and we're ready to go. Andrew Griffith is here as well, and we're happy. We're so happy that Andrew is here. Wherever you all are joining us from, Vashti Magna, let's fight, folks. Let's fight. Pace and power. Boots on the ground is Friday night. 1,300 of y'all. Don't come out. You actually hold in hobby now, eating a little ice cream, walking down some lonely street in Georgetown Wells. That's a problem these hours. That's a problem these hours. Gail Ali Cup, good to see you, Gail, and O'Neill and Jelsma. Whatever. Good to see you, Racer Dan. Is everybody calling on the woodwork tonight? Lester Williams, Anthony Silva, good to have you. Yvette, Madu, Rick B. Jones, good to have each and every one of you folks. We're fired up. We're ready to go, Leslie, and we hope that you wonderful folks are as well, folks. Let us get on with it. Good people, let us get on with it. We trust that you guys are well. We got the fight card set, folks. We got the fight card set. How you all doing out there, my people? How you all doing out there? We got the fight card set. Yep. Ready to get to it, good folks. A couple of things we're going to be touching on tonight. A couple of the things to whet the appetite, to whet the beak, to start us off. A couple of things we'll be touching on this evening. From the top left, folks, from the top left, Biden, here making sport, here making sport. Biden and making sport. Listen, it's where you're running going. We know we late. It's where you're running going back up. We don't relate. Biden shooting first and asking questions later. Well, I got to say, forward now, forward. Good. Right there. Hold it over, brace it over right there. Biden shooting first and asking questions later. We can talk a little about the UN and how that's going to affect the CARICOM in particular. And then, folks, we got to talk a little about the Ukraine, the U of the crane. Yep. Tell you how we got animals on the fight card. We got animals by the fight on the fight card. Is the black belly Brahmin? Is the Brahmin bull? The black belly sheep. We got the Brahmin bull, folks. We can talking about this animal here. Yeah, the Brahmin bull. And then, folks, where the hell money going? That's what the question is going to be. Where the hell money going? Inquiring minds would like to know where the hell money going. Folks, it's so great to see you. Y'all look so beautiful. Sheila Boyd Child, Roderick Henry, Pamela Dover, each and every one of you all look so fantastic. Where you flying going tonight? We know we limit you. Slow down, man. Slow down, flying. I think we got a little upside down tonight. Folks, the opener, when you do the graphic, they dash it up because it's Friday night. The opener, good folks, the opener. Yep. Clement Rowe here is accused. The GCOM chair, Clement Singer taking sides. Well, this is strange. This is not your side. He said she's taking the sides of the opposition appointed commissioners. She sided with them in rescinding that post that she created, managed operations officer. Yep, rescinded the post. Quite recently, and Rowe said she had been siding with Vincent Alexander, Commissioner Vincent Alexander. He went on to say that Vincent has some mechanicians. He got a lot of grand plans and designs for GCOM. And this is just one of them, getting his preferred candidate to be deputy CEO. That is the position that was created, equated to that. This operations manager, it equated to that of the deputy CEO. And so Rory has had a lot of thoughts on this matter and saying that Vincent got this master plan. Then he's rolling out a master plan. We all got a master plan that we're trying to roll out. Well, folks, we call up with Mr. Vincent Alexander, the Commissioner Vincent Alexander, Mr. Chief, Big Sahib. You seem to be in these people's heads all day and night, and they pay you rent. What do you think? That's the big opener tonight, folks. That is the opener tonight. Mr. Vincent Alexander, Chairman of GCOM, here is what he said in response to these allegations that were raised by Clement Rowe. Take a look and take a listen.
In one of the letters I wrote to the press, I said that Rowe seems to be looking into a mirror, seeing his image, and then tagging it as Alexander. Because the most recent matter, he suggested I have imaginations that are leading my charge. But what can we say about a situation where the Deputy Chief Elections Officer is fired, a vacancy is created by virtue of her being fired? We advertise, almost 2 years have passed, and we have not acted on the recruitment process, but the CEO complains he's under pressure. And rather than expedite the employment of the new CEO, you create a position called operations coordinator that is not on GCOM's org chart, a creation which cannot be done executively, has to be done by the commission, but you do it at the level of the CEO and the chairperson. Not only do you create the position, you then proceed to supposedly second, as the word they use, somebody into that position. So there are two acts that are carried out that are not provided for and that are ultra vires. First one is creating the position. The second one is seconding somebody, because the Constitution is unequivocal that it is the commission that's responsible for staffing matters, and these are staffing matters. So that to say the chairman is on our side is to say she's on the side of the right, because what we are arguing for is what the law provides for. So I will have a quarrel to say she's on our side, but our side is not just a side that is partisan. It's a side that is right, because we're arguing for what justly should occur. But when one considers that the person who was seconded is an applicant for the position of DCE, and the person who seconded does not have the required experience for the job, and that they have had placed him in a position where it could be argued he would have acquired the experience while dragging out on the appointment, certainly shows what are the machinations of Rui and his clique, and the fact that he's merely looking into a mirror when he talks about Alexander. Because Alexander's not initiating anything. It all started with Roxanne Myers being fired. It all started with the natural process of advertisement, which has been the natural process, which has been interfered with because they have not proceeded, though people have applied to recruit, have created a parallel, approximate position, have placed someone in that position who is not eligible for appointment to DCO, but who, if that office drags out over a period of time, will become eligible. So you see, basically, they created a scenario for the appointment, and it becomes more obvious when he goes out accusing us of having somebody in mind to be appointed, that the focus is on the appointment. He has exposed, his slip is now showing, because he's exposed that the interest he really has in this matter is who will be appointed as a DCU. So all that has been done really is about how do we impact the final appointment of the DCU. He's accusing us of having that interest. But we have articulated what is correct and what is right. They have manipulated what is incorrect, what is not right, towards the objective which they want to accuse us of.
Yep, that was the opener, folks. That was the opener. As we said, you have GCOM Commissioner Clement Rohi accusing, saying the chairman sided with the opposition as though that's a sin, as though that is a sin. And we had the commissioner himself, Mr. Vincent Alexander, responding. We're going to hear a little bit later on again from Mr. Alexander on another issue. And that was the opener, good folks. Let us show you what's happening around the world, folks, close to where some of you are. Some of the issues that we're following, and this is just one of them, folks. They told us, they have recovered now this Chinese balloon. They shot it down, and the remains of it, the debris, they have recovered. And now the U.S. authorities are saying that it had the capabilities to gather intelligence. Intelligence gathering, it had the capabilities. That's what they're telling us, good folks. The thing had the capabilities to do the intelligence gathering. I'm telling you what the people tell me. We selling it, how we buy it. We ain't trying to make a profit. We selling it how we bought it. We are not trying to make a profit. You all understand? We're not trying to make a profit, folks. They said the thing, you're hearing me, have the capability to gather intelligence, which is to say that they were right. Which is to say that they were right. And they did what they had to do. They were right. That's what the official said. It had the ability to gather intelligence, the down balloon. We're following that, folks. In addition to that, look what else we're following. Just today, they told us. Just today. Number two, they had to down another object that was flying over their skies. Just today. This object in particular, it is still, folks, this object in particular, it is still unidentified. It is still unidentified. They characterize it as a high altitude object. We ain't talking about highfalutin people, you know. We ain't talking about the bushy set, high altitude. This was a high altitude object over Alaskan airspace. And that is what the White House said today. They shut it down. A lot of things in the American sky getting shut down these days. That's what I'm telling you. It should first ask questions later with Biden. Yep, another object. Folks, don't confuse the two. Gather spectators is a UFO. Yeah, same thing. High altitude. High altitude. I ain't say high attitude like Gather spectator. I ain't say high attitude. High altitude. Shut down. Shut down. Yep, that's what the folks telling us. It came down, good folks. It came down. All the things we're following, good folks. Number two, we told you we got to touch on what's happening there, folks, in Syria and Turkey. They said, what is even more hurtful, this whole situation with the earthquake, 7.8, is that the freezing cold now, the freezing weather is making rescue even more difficult. And now that toll has shot up. Over 22,000, they say, dead. Over 22,000 dead. Is your answer the people? They don't, you know. There's your answer. Freezing weather, making it difficult for rescue efforts. That's what they're telling us. Yep. Our thoughts and prayers go to the folks of Turkey and Syria. Our folks, Turkey, that's the school they went to. Our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Turkey and Syria, this most difficult time. And also the folks there in the Ukraine, our thoughts and prayers go out to them. They say the death toll, folks, the death toll has gone above 22,000. 5,000 students at the University of Guyana, multiply by 4. It's 4, 5 is 20, right? Yeah. Just over that. 4 campuses gone. 22,000 people. My God. Father, have his mercies. Father, have his mercies. And those are some of the things we follow internationally. But look at this one here. China has cloned a cow. Mona, Shin-Sing Henry, Diane Graves, and Arvin Don Cook. Rhonda Gordon, China has cloned a cow. They didn't tell me if it's a Brahman bull, if it's a heifer, what it is. They say it's a super cow. You see, you got cows, Joe Holder, and then you got super cows, Wilma Grant and John Jones. Don't come wrong with funny. This cloned super cow is capable of producing 50% more milk. Now, I doubt this because you know the Chinese. you know the Chinese. I doubt this a little bit. But, folks, we can take it as it is. We can sell it how we buy it. 50% more milk. Right? Here's what demon cow is this here now. 50% more milk. God created me to produce a certain amount of milk. a certain amount of milk. You know, 50%. That's what we have. Like somebody bail this cow. Somebody carry this cow by the seawall and bail the cow. Bail this Brahmin bull. 50% more milk. Super cow. John Jones, you would drink the milk? I'm frightened. At least I started lactating myself. So Bo Williams, Onika Bravo, you would drink the milk. Joe Holder, you drink the milk. 50% more. Well, folks, if they're printing chicken now, I frightened I start lactating. Hold on. You see this over here? I was thinking about this super cow and I done more already. But you made the beat. June Daniels, you see story here? We must eat in some super cow. We even know. The important beef now and everything down here. Selena Fraser. You got some super cows by you side there? In Ottawa, in Ontario, you got some super cows there. In China, for super cows. 50% more milk. You heard it here first. I have a homegrown cow. Folks, we look, things about this country now affecting the animals. I see some cows pulling like pulling like some chicken wings. Them cow collarbone, you know, all the bones, backbone, everything showing. We got super cows here. Y'all see the blackberry sheep they brought from Barbados? Them thing looking haggard. You see? When those sheep step off the boat, those sheep, the sheep were speaking with an accent. Huh? The sheep were speaking an accent. Now them sheep speaking Creole. That's how things rough. The hard times in Guyana, knock out the Barbarian accent on the black belly sheep. Them cow now pulling some. Hard times, folks. Hard times. But China, Clive Jackson, Andy Williams, China got this super cow. Right? Super cow. Where will it end next? Super chicken. Super pig. Where will it end like the clone cow, you know? Print the cow. Clone the cow, yep. Moving on with folks, moving on. Yeah, I can see some of y'all salivating. God, eat me some super cow. I eat guana. You see, I eat dog, I eat rat. I can eat some super cow now. Yeah. Hope you eat super cow, you start grow the extra limb. You see, grow the horn or something. Watch yourself. Like eat all the place now. Super cow, demon cow more likely. We bring up folks from around the region. That's where we're coming in from. Around the region. That's where we land from. Around the region. Don't question me how we never super cow. We need to know. Clive Jackson. We need to. Yeah, watching it, demon cow. Moving on from around the region. Let me start with them doing the blackberry sheep. Well, let's come down. I almost said the Lesser Antilles and the Greater Antilles, but just before confuse myself, confused here. In Haiti, folks, the UN rights chief is urging special forces deployment for Haiti. Big move. We gotta help the people of Haiti. We can't allow the gangs to take over. People being raped and robbed with impunity. No. Societies are about law and order. Peter Phillips, Colin Isaac, law and order. And we're happy to see this. But them boys right here in CARICOM, I had a meeting, it was yesterday. They say we're going to study now what is needed. But the UN, light years ahead of y'all, special forces, they're advising to be deployed to Haiti. Why are we going to study? He have a fancy state house. He have a big mansion over the river, Pradoville train, sir. And elsewhere around the region. Safe and sound. Why y'all going to study? Right? The UN done upstage them. Troops. UN is advising boots on the ground, Pamela Dover. Them boys now yarding, coming out of bed, stretching for go to the meeting. To see what we going to do in Haiti. Huh? We fail Haiti, you know. We fail Haiti. And you see the cliques in CARICOM. CARICOM is no longer about advancement for all, you know. And we only get Haiti as proof. Right? Once the burden of land on their doorstep, once some Haitian and land cross their borders, They are well and good. They go and study. Well, you ain't done gone past y'all. How they looking? Move on the way. Moving on the fight card. Move on the way, Gary, come. Moving on the fight card, good folks. Barbados, I ain't tell you how me doing story. I ain't tell you how me moving. Me moving. Folks, we can't even agree right now. You know, with the transportation system, what cost we should pay. The boys in Region Hoop. Region 3 want to raise the fare. Government said, no, you have to make me look bad. Like the cost of living really going up, but it's really going up. Them boys in Region 6 as well. Taxi drivers have proposed a raise in fare, block the road and so on. I didn't see the private sector saying, slamming the police for that. Right? Barbados done solve them problems already. Done solve them problems. The transportation system about to go cashless. Jesus have mercy. Barbados got a little oil. They're giving up sugar in 2025. Right? I think they got a smidgen of oil. Nothing big. Right? Tourism. And then people going cashless. While we pulling around suitcases and money to villages. When we corrupt self for thief. When we corrupt self for thief. Pace and power. Barbados. Pace and power. Y'all know Barbados got them big buses like if you're in the States. Barbados got them big buses like in the States. The people about to go cashless. So Robber Man got nothing on them. Robber Man got nothing on them. About to go cashless. I tell you, me walking. You think me get all that international, global influence for nothing? The lady walking. None of these jagabatsy. None of these trench crappers. Not like them. Not this animal farm we got to deal with. The people over there working. You understand the time, Steffi Brown, Armadao. They're working. That is what governments ought to do. Savage Tish. That is what they ought to do, Armadao and Andrew Griffith. Candidate and legit. That is what they ought to do. Moving on the damn fight card. That's what they ought to do. Cashless system coming. Folks in Trinidad, as we come closer to home, Candy in Trinidad, an attorney making his pleadings before the Court of Appeal in Trinidad, fell down. Yeah. Perhaps worked himself to death. Who knows? Cause of death is yet unknown. Fell down in court and died. Yeah. In court. Folks, we can go left work, you know. We can go left work. We can't finish work. We just can't. We gonna go and left work. Can't finish it. We can't. You think you can finish it? Oh, well, you try there. You try there. We can't finish work. Fell down in the court and died. Can you imagine that? Something is happening here, folks. The graphic is, he won't move. I said, don't come on, we funny though. Don't do it. They want move. I don't know why they want to move. They just don't want to move. My God. They don't want to move, but we can move it. Don't come on, we like that. Yep. We're going to dial back to that interview we showed earlier on as the opener. We're going to dial back to that very, very quickly, folks. And then we're going to be back with you in a jiffy. Again, this was the opener. Give us a moment or two to fix the graphic at the back end. When Clement Rohi accused the JLG comes, you're siding with the opposition now. Like you swing back. Vincent, Chairman, Commissioner Vincent Alexander had a response. He says, Vincent, fault. Vincent go Guadalupe walk over here. And the chairman. Take a look and take a listen. I'll be back in a sec, folks. Take a look and take a listen at Commissioner Vincent Alexander's response.
In one of the letters I wrote to the press, I said that Rui seems to be looking into a mirror, seeing his image, and then tagging it as Alexander. Because the most recent matter, he suggested I have machinations that are leading my charge. But what can we say about a situation where the Deputy Chief Elections Officer is fired. A vacancy is created by virtue of her being fired. We advertise. Almost 2 years have passed and we have not acted on the recruitment process. But the CEO complains he's under pressure. And rather than expedite the employment of the new CEO, you create a position called Operations Coordinator that is not on GCOM's org chart. A creation which cannot be done executively, has to be done by the commission, but you do it at the level of the CEO and the chairperson. Not only do you create the position, you then proceed to supposedly second, as the word they use, somebody into that position. So there are two acts that are carried out that are not provided for and that are ultra vires. First one is creating the position. The second one is seconding somebody, because the Constitution is unequivocal that it is the commission that's responsible for staffing matters, and these are staffing matters. So that to say the chairman is on our side is to say she's on the side of the right, because what we are arguing for is what the law provides for. So I will have a quarrel if they say she's on our side, but our side is not just a side that is partisan. It's a side that is right, because we're arguing for what justly should occur. But when one considers that the person who was seconded is an applicant for the position of DCE, and the person who seconded does not have the required experience for the job, and that they have had placed him in a position where it could be argued he would have acquired the experience while dragging out on the appointment, certainly shows what are the machinations of Rui and his clique, and the fact that he's merely looking into a mirror when he talks about Alexander. Because Alexander's not initiating anything. It all started with Roxanne Myers being fired. It all started with the natural process of advertisement, which has been the natural process, which has been interfered with because they have not proceeded, though people have applied to recruit, have created a parallel, approximate position, have placed someone in that position who is not eligible for appointment to DCO, but who, if that office drags out over a period of time, will become eligible. So you see, basically, they created a scenario for the appointment, and it becomes more obvious when he goes out accusing us of having somebody in mind to be appointed, that the focus is on the appointment. He has exposed, his slip is now showing, because he's exposed that the interest he really has in this matter is who will be appointed as a DCU. So all that has been done really is about how do we impact the final appointment of the DCU. He's accusing us of having that interest, but we have articulated what is correct and what is right. They have manipulated what is incorrect, what is not right, towards the objective which they want to accuse us of.
Yep, for those of you who joined late, that was Commissioner Vincent Alexander, GCOM Commissioner Vincent Alexander, responding to some charges by fellow Commissioner Clement Rohi. And we were in the midst of telling you that attorney in Trinidad fell down before the Court of Appeal and died today. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family. Fell down and died today, good folks. My God. My God. You know, that's so sad. So sad. Father, have his mercies. Father, have his mercies. We're telling you, folks, you got to rest, folks. You got to take it easy sometimes. We ain't come for finish work, you know. Some people think so. You got to work. We understand that. You got to work very hard as well. You got to work very, very hard as well. But some people think you come to finish it. You come to finish it. Folks, take it easy when you can. Take it easy. Please and thank you. Take it easy when you can. And again, our thoughts and prayers go out to a brother. Our thoughts and prayers go out. This was retired Deputy Solicitor General Duncan Neil Byron, retired Solicitor General. He retired in 2021 and went back out to private practice. He went back out to private practice and he was addressing justices of the Court of Appeal when he collapsed and died right there on the court floor. Father, have his mercies. All their efforts to resuscitate him failed. All their efforts. And our thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to his friends, his family, and his loved ones. Yep. Moving on, folks. We're in the 592. We're in the 592. We got a lot to share with you as well, good folks. Quite a lot to share with you guys. Yep, with the 5 of the 9 of the 2. And here we go, folks. Here we go. Well, what story here now? What story here now? Y'all like fight, no? Y'all like fight. I know a fighter when I see one. I know a fighter when I see one. Y'all remember the St. Angela's parent and teacher, the brawl there? Well, the parent has been charged. The parent has been charged. I remember that. I know a fighter when I see one. I know a fighter when I see one. Well, the parent has been charged. Folks, you can't carry that attitude in a school. Come on now. Come on now. Right? 29-year-old cosmetologist took her fighting spirit to the school. Right? She was charged with assault and placed on bail. And this is I think her name is pronounced, is it Ashel Clement? 29 years old cosmetologist. Right? Yep. She was charged with assaulting that teacher there at St. Angela's Primary School. You know, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Don't do it. Please and thank you. Don't do it. That's one of the things we're following, folks. Charged with assault. For your information. Good, folks. For your information. For your information. We think you ought to know this. Good, folks. Electric bikes. Those of you who own electric bikes, the bikes coming for you. I mean the dance dogs. Them too. But the police announced today that if you have an electric bike, you gotta register it with the GRA. For your information, thank us later. Thank us later. You got your little electric bike. They got a police force. They say you got to register that bike with the GRA, folks. Stay in the know. Right? I ain't bringing food for none of y'all by Camp Street, you know. I ain't bringing, maybe one or two here, but everybody. So make sure, folks, you get to register those electric bikes. Good, register those electric bikes. When we see some things happening,
it's 9
folks want to know, it's where the high money going? Yeah? Where the high money going? That's what they're asking. Where the high money going, folks? Respond this post office at Skeldon. It's Skeldon, yeah. Skeldon. The folks say people about to fall to the floor. How the building so rickety? Folks, we got 1,500 folks watching us on our main Facebook page. We got over 1,000 watching us on YouTube on a Friday night on YouTube. Guys, needs to be done with tube. Tube, on the tube. Tube with a capital Ch. They say the Skeldon post office. Pensioners can fall to the floor. Where the hell money going, Armadad? Dollar Joseph. Where the hell money going? Run the garden. Where it going? Debbie Pitt, rather. Apologies there. Shirley Alexis Mitchell. Where the hell money going? Huh? Faith Goldberry. Where it going? God damn it. They said the floor about to give in. My God. Father, have his mercies. Like we come to nothing in this place now. All these billions and billions. We learned today they withdrew $200 million US from the Natural Resource Fund. to help fund this 781.9 billion budget. How much is they meeting skeleton post office floor before caving on some big people? Huh? How much of it? Sweet Jesus. We done with it, this place, you know. Some are doing the boss, though. From the skeleton post office, we got out to the boat operators doing the boss. And Marat pointed out, not quite recently, doing the most. Marat pointed out quite recently. And look what happened here now, man. They said many boat operators found them, which means tell you all the pandemics we got, domestic violence. Violence against women and girls in particular. Some men getting beat up. Some men getting beat up. One time you ready to slap me up, I can tell you. The guy here, there's problems. Problems! We told about that. The pandemic, that's domestic violence. The pandemic, that's the carnage on the road. And what? You understand now why? Both capsized. Yeah, this body drunk, that body drunk, and so on. MARAD. This is Maritime Authority locally. They said a lot of speedboat operators, a lot of boat operators are from them rich. They're doing the right things. Then they see with like jackets to people when they come in the boat. And a whole host of other issues. Folks, come on now. If you go in a boat or you're in a boat operator, do things properly. Insist on having a life jacket. Insist on them following the correct passengers and so forth. Please and thank you. We want y'all there around with me long, you know. Long with us. Moving on up, folks. Yeah, we buy them by section now. We buy them by section. By them. Yeah. The jagabats, the trench crab poles, the tack poles, and the cricketers. Same set. That same set. We buy them boys. That same. Run by the same set. Y'all know them. The same set. We run by them. Yeah. The trench crab poles. The tack poles and the cricketers. We buy them. Same set. I said same set. Look story here now, the man. Look story now, the man. Father have his mercies. Look story here now, the man. I think it's just a look story. Look story. Take it easy. It's that kind of good, folks. Finally, it only took about 3 years. Finally, only took about 3 years. Yeah. Only took about 3 years. 3 years later. Only took about 3 years, folks. Only took about 3 years. Yeah. They're telling us that the final 2 members of the Teaching Service Commission took the oath before y'all boy. Only took about 3 years for the final 2. Yeah. I can tell you, people don't want to work with this government. People don't want to work with this administration. They don't want to work with them. 3 years to find 2 people. But let me move on now. Let me move the thing forward. I'm begging y'all. Let us move the thing forward. Please and thank you. Yeah. You don't need to know the details. Blah. You don't need to know the details. That's what I'm telling you. You don't need to know all the details. You have to know the details, everything. Blah. You don't have to know the details. It's what you don't know that matters. The details don't matter. But let me finish. The COI side show finish. Like, I tried to think that a long time ago. How many of you were like me? I thought it finished a long time ago. You know, this like the Young and the Restless, it was going on and on and on. The only thing that was longer than this was the O.J. Simpson trial. The only thing that was longer than this, the COI, was the O.J. Simpson trial. This was longer than the 7 Commandments. It's long. But them boys wrap up. And it's already done, you know. They said they're going to try to finish the report now in the shortest possible time. Mavis Davis Wells, Yaret Madu, in the shortest possible time. Yep. But I ain't losing no sleep over y'all. Moving on, folks. Moving on. Narco State. Hold up. So the Paragnis, that I get catch by the airport with the drugs. She had pleaded guilty initially, and then pleaded not guilty. You remember that? Yeah. Guilty, then not guilty. And then they sent her for a psychological evaluation. But today she appeared before the courts again and again. She pleaded guilty. Guilty, not guilty, guilty. Oh. Zenil Williams, make up your mind, man. Sonia Paragnis, make up your mind. Get caught by the airport, flashing out drugs. She has to return to court for sentencing. She used to work for DPI. Yep. Used to work with Kwame them. DPI. Yep. Sonia Paragnis, she plead guilty today. Yeah. I admire her. Don't waste the court time. Don't waste me time. Don't waste taxpayers' time. And get your 15 years, go and do your time and try to change your life afterwards. I appreciate that. You see? I'm sure Sonia appreciated it as well. Minister Sonia Parag. I'm sure she appreciated it too. You see? Right? She ain't gonna be embarrassed anymore. You take responsibility and you move on. That's how we do things. Condignly. That's how we do things. Condignly. So, Zenil don't go and do your time. Zenil Narmela Williams. You see? The young, want fast money run out. And them buys la chance to ship it to Mary. Yep. The rest is history. The rest is history. What I can tell you. Yeah. The rest is history. Yeah. Change your life so you're not going to be ashamed anymore. We're not responsible for your family members, We're not. Not in every instance. Not in every instance. Not in every instance. Yep. That's one of the things we're following, folks. Moving on. Fires of the PPP. Fires of the PPP. Y'all know them boys? Fires of the PPP. Fires. Fires. Today, folks, my God. Minister of Fires, Robeson Ben, was in Purika. Yet another fire, the whole market, they told us. Cause of fire, unknown. The whole market, they said, the majority of the market, they tell us, went up in flames. You think you understand that? You think you understand? The majority, they tell us, went up in flames. Yeah. Folks, take a look and take a listen. Fires of the PPP. Purika Market was a raging inferno today. This is some of what took place there. You want to thank people who sent us the footage. Some of what took place there. Purika, y'all think it's easy in this country now? Every goddamn day, fires of the PPP.
Somebody get shopping there. Somebody get shopping there.
Yeah. Folks, I don't know how to explain it to you. How a small country like Guyana has so many fires on a daily basis, so many accidents on the roadways, on the waterways, so many accidents. And if you watch some people like Bordeless and so on, there's accidents even on the airwaves. Accidents. Small country like ours. We there. Today, you know, trucks all over the world cross bridges. When they cross bridges in Guyana, bridge I give up, cost of living, cost of maintenance. I give up. Truck crossing a bridge, North Ramveld heading over to the Joint Services Scheme with what look like asphalt. Right? The bridge like the economy just give up. Say done. The bridge like the economy in this country just give up. Take a look and take a listen. Yeah. Truck and the bridge and the truck. You understand what we say when we say we a national year? I know right now the Pentecostal church praying, always praying. It's Friday night, it's a praying night. A whole year, every day, fire in Puerto Rico, bridge broke down in North Ramveld, you name it. It's a crossing government. There's a whole crossing administration we got here. You got to beat them, you know. You got to carry them. Guadeloupe. Yep. That John be bored too. Right. One mix-up cook-up wrong this side. One mix-up cook-up, folks. We coming down. The closer. The closer. Yeah. A young boy age, he run out. I tell you all, Vincent Alexander in the head and the penny rent, you know. You got Rohi on one side, and then you got Nandalal on the next side. You think it's easy? Yeah? You think it's easy? Rohi on one side, trying to tackle Vincent. Nandalal next side, say how Ipadaji, in the National Decade of People of African Descent, Ipadaji, the Ghana chapter, the funding was stopped because organizations complained to them that they weren't part of the decision-making of Ipadaji. You can imagine the Jagabats? You can imagine the tadpoles and the cricketers with this kind of nonsense? Father of his mercies. I expected better. Coming from a man who the Caribbean Court of Justice has brought the entire administration of justice into disrepute. I expected better. Lord of mercy. Mercy. Lord of mercy. Well, Vincent wasn't playing. Vincent wasn't playing. He was not playing. He responded to them about Ipadaji and why it is the way it is. Vincent Alexander, of course, is the chairman of the Ghana chapter of Ipadaji. Again, is the International Decade of People of African Descent. It's meant to focus on the struggles, how far we've come as a people, and where we're going to empower African people. We don't want that here. So, chairman of Ipadaji responded to those charges. Oh, his people say how Yara helping them. So you can stop the funding. Take a look, take a listen. Chairman of GCOM, chairman of Ipadaji, same thing. Chairman of Ipadaji, Mr. Vincent Alexander, responds to AG.
The worst thing is that it's a sleight of hand for the Attorney General to say several organizations. There are 4 organizations which asked to join the court case. 4 can be several, and our membership is 65 organizations. So that he's using that terminology to suggest there's a popular outcry, when in fact we can only speak about 4 organizations out of 65. It's not accepting the fact that Ipadaji has had its annual meeting, as well as it's had quarterly meetings where the organizations are in attendance and where decisions are, for all intents and purposes, made. One such meeting was held three Sundays ago in our continued mode of operation. He's also attempting to suggest that there's some group that has hijacked the organization. The fact of the matter is that IPADG is a registered non-for-profit company, and that company has a membership. The 65 organizations are the members of the company. But the company also has a board, and the board gets its life from the 65 organizations, because it is those organizations which, one, vote for the chairperson, a direct vote. It is those organizations that make nominations for our committees, and it's the committees that select the chairperson for each of those committees, and it's the chairpersons of those committees that then become the board members. So it's a bottom-up arrangement in terms of how we get our board. The board is representative of a process from the bottom coming up to be assembled. So there's a lot of misrepresentation about IPADG and how IPADG operates. We operate more or less bottom up. What the Secretariat is intended to do is to execute the programs that have been decided on. Our programs fit into a strategic plan. And that strategic plan was derived from a strategic planning process, which saw us going from community to community to find out what the communities wanted. And now that we are executing, it's on the basis of that strategic plan. And the big issue is there are expectations of the people that they would get grants. It's almost disrespectful to the African guidance community for Nanda Lal to say that with $100 million and 65 organizations, we're not giving grants. What would be the size of a grant, a meaningful grant, for 65 organizations from $100 million? So there's tremendous disrespect in terms of how the African guidance community is being treated and expected to do magic with $100 million. Bearing in mind that the $100 million is spent for the operation of a secretariat to execute, for all intents and purposes, the program. So whether it's the market day in Mocha, which we helped to establish, giving them the assistance, and Nanda Lal said, well, they had a market day, they could build a market. Tell me, the way in which this government spends money, which market could be built with $100 million? It's a joke. It's a joke the way in which they're trying to respond to all realities. But the fact of the matter is that when we engage staff, the organization is largely a service-oriented organization. And so you cannot jump up and say that because the staff is getting so much, the people are not benefiting. The staff will be delivering services to the people. For example, we have started a credit union. That credit union has to be staffed. But what's the result of the work of the credit union? The result of the work of the credit union is to engage African Guyanese to join the credit union, to save, and we've even started disbursing loans through the credit union to the community. Now, what are you going to say about the money we pay in that staff? Something is wrong with that. If you would provide a service and the credit union is peddling, so you have to give it assistance to get on its feet. The public knows that, for example, we've had investor-tons for young people. The staff has to work to organize those investor-tons. That's service to the community. And we know that when we have an investor-on, for example, we do training with the young people in terms of marketing, in terms of accounting, in terms of packaging the produce. The same we do when they had the expo, even when we had the function in the avenue, what we call Ujema. We had one at the Coffee Square, and the last one was at Main Street. Before that is held, we hold training sessions with the vendors about their packaging, about their accounting, passing on. So a lot of the work we do has to do with empowerment. Empowerment. The empowerment is done through manpower. It's not done through some other kind of expenditure. Done through manpower. So that's the manner in which the Padaji seeks to expand. Now, let's assume it is true that organizations compete against the Padaji. What should be the approach of government? Should the government then seek to engage the Padaji in a conversation about conduct of its affairs? Rather than do that, JAG-LEO goes in an attack mode against the Padaji. This doesn't suggest any level of attempt to cooperate and collaborate and to understand. These attempts are clearly to destroy the organization. We have written to you, Mr. President, 3 times asking to speak. If there are these problems, why can't we speak about these problems? The judge has expressed her views on the matter. And the Padaji once again has humbly written to the AG and said, we're prepared to talk. What is this about this propaganda as a response to a preparedness to speak? Let's speak. Bring the issues to our attention. Challenge us on these issues. No. Propaganda, withdrawing the subvention. You cannot be serious about the decade of the Padaji and use that approach. It's clearly nothing more than an attempt to divide and rule the way in which you're attempting to use those 4 organizations. Bearing in mind that my information is these organizations were called up. They didn't just come forward in this case. They were called up and asked to join government. They have not done so. They have said they want to join the case, but not the defense, because they have an interest in the outcome. So they have not joined the government. They have not taken the government's position. They've taken a position where they said, look, we want to be in there because we want to see what the outcome is, because we think that we can benefit from the outcome. So that is where we are at. They started off coming at us from a standpoint of accountability. We've been able to stand muster in that regard. Even their own auditors came and audited us up to the end of 2021, and they could find nothing. Having failed to do that, then JAG-LEO goes out there and starts to attack me. I haven't responded to JAG-LEO because he wants to ask questions about the Padaji. I responded to JAG-LEO in court because he sought to bring my reputation to disrepute. He insinuated and almost directly said that we were hiding off the sums of money. We do not, as directors of the company, which is one and the same as the coordinators of the board or the coordinating committee to Padaji. It's one and the same, there's no difference really. We have not been beneficiaries of stipends and grants or anything like that. We have worked voluntarily. We have worked voluntarily. And so there must be some ulterior motive, given the way in which the government has approached this matter. We see in other circumstances, they go to communities when issues are raised, they speak with the communities, they try to resolve the matter. With Padaji, no discussions. Go after them, send in the auditors. Auditors don't succeed, go after them, you attack them in the press and accuse them of all sorts of things. And now, trying to fend off an approach by saying, look, people have complained and therefore we have a responsibility to respond to those complaints. You can respond to them in the first instance by asking us to respond to those complaints. We've never been asked by the government to respond to those complaints. We've been attacked on the basis of those complaints. 4 out of 65 organizations.
Yep, valid, credible information, folks. And we did promise you some extras. Valid, credible information. Valid and credible. And you get some extras for the late start tonight. A lot of extras, folks. That was a commissioner of GCOM, Vincent Alexander, responding to the AG, talking about the PAGI losing its funding because organizations complained to them. They weren't searching for organizations. They came complaining to them. That's going to do it for us this evening, folks. That is going to do it for us at this center night. That's going to do it for us. That's our time, good folks. And that's our program. That's our time. We're thankful that so many of you were with us all night long. Beverly and Unity Elias, Clive Jackson, Sharon Castlew, and all you other folks. We're so thankful that you stayed with us, folks. We are so thankful that you all stay with we. Before you go, let me let you all know quick. You're looking for a Justice of the Peace, a Commissioner of Votes to affidavits. We recommend the Alistair Collins form. He understands what he's doing, folks. He understands what he's up to. We recommend them highly, 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 highly to you, folks. Very highly, bigly highly. We recommend them to you. Get the answers you need, good folks, with the Alistair Collins form. As Commissioner of Votes to affidavits, as a Justice of the Peace, he provides expert guidance and support for all your documentation needs. They're open from Monday right through to Saturday. And this is the Callion Mall, just between Lamaha Streets and Waterloo. Lamaha and Waterloo Streets, between Lamaha and Waterloo Streets there on Lamaha. Right? Between Camp and Waterloo on Lamaha. The numbers are right there, 649-6410. You have the other number there as well. They even open on Saturday. That's what I love about them. So you can access their services. You need a Justice of the Peace. Commissioner of Votes affidavits. Yep. Thank us later. Thank us later, good folks. Thank you later. Yep.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring? Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $InTheRing592, Zelle and PayPal InTheRing592@gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
That's going to do it for us. Finally, that is going to do it for us, good folks. Thanks for joining us, each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bantu King, Keith Evans, thanks for joining us, and Candy. Thank you, folks. You are so gracious. Out front parts. I see Sharon Castlew still here with us. Joan, we'll give you guys extra. Only because we love you all. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe. That's our time. And that's our program. That is we time, good folks. And that is our program. Didn't ask for more. We didn't ask for more. Safe, folks. Stay safe. Stay safe out there. Walk in the corner, stay safe. Smash that emoji button. Share the damn live if you haven't done so yet. Let me go along the road. Have a safe weekend, guys. We see you back on Monday. Have a great weekend. Yeah, that's going to do it for us.